go from 80%. Listen. How many do you have? 0. And how many do we have? Lots. There's a difference between 0 and lots. Excuse me.
Tens of thousands. From when's the earliest? How many of the early manuscripts?
We have, when it comes to manuscripts, scholars have estimated 250,000.
Irrelevant.
Yeah, but through the ages, okay, fair enough. But I'm talking about early manuscripts. I'm talking about
a lot of them
the
are
time
early.
of the prophets.
When there's a lot of manuscripts which have been carbon dated.
What is the complete,
For your information.
The complete manuscript closest to the time of the prophet?
Let's say, for the sake of argument,
when close, because we're talking about one man's revelation, are we not? It's his man's revelation that is the most important, of which apparently, though you can't take it, your eternity demands this man's revelation.
you're making again this kind of...
He's making a theory of textual criticism, which no textual critic ever adopts this theory. You're going against all scholars of textual criticism.
No, I'm talking about theology.
Yeah. No one argues on the way that you do.
Our theology point is your eternity.
No Christian scholar argues the way you do.
In Arabia in the 7th century, okay, and it came to him, and then it was written down. So a lot of his writing on this for you, is it not?
How many gods reveal the Bible?
How do you know?
I want to make this question. How many gods reveal the Bible?
No, you're trying to...
Oh, one God!
Not at all.
You are
You're
trying to...
One God reveals the Bible, and one prophet gives the Quran. So is there a big difference?
You believe this is a miraculous book, do you not? You think it's somehow,
You see, look, you're confusing transmission with miraculousness.
You believe in it.
Lizzie,
okay?
let's go to the point of
You
preservation.
better be sure that what you're believing is what he
Lizzie,
believed, yes?
let's go to the point of preservation.
Hundreds of
we
years
have-
after his revelation.
We have
Why do
Quran,
Christians tell lies? I don't understand.
Quran that has been transmitted to us, and it has been transmitted for generation to generation. Various people call it mutawatir.
Yes, it was the first right.
And
But how do you
this.
know what they memorized?
Let me
was
tell
the
you.
original? How do you know that?
Let me tell you. The Quran that has been transmitted to us is directly from the Prophet. From the Prophet. So, for example,
One man.
listen.
One man's revelation. Right.
Jesus is one man or two men?
No, let's go back to this.
Oh, no.
Because you want to change the fact and you don't like being confronted about this.
It's okay. Jesus was two men.
Who doesn't like to be constructive?
So now,
Very keen to discuss it.
let's talk about
Why are you telling lies about his
preservation.
motivation?
So let me give you an example.
Why do you lie? Why do you lie so much?
I'm just talking to him.
Hafs. Now, we have...
Yeah, let's talk about
Wait. Is Hafs reading that we read today preserved exactly as the Prophet taught?
Good point. Is it?
And our answer is
I don't know.
yes, for sure.
That's our claim.
Because we can demonstrate through chains of transmission of learning from our scholars, of our imams, of our qaris, who learned all the way back to Hafs and his teacher to the companions and to the Prophet. Everywhere in planet Earth, on planet Earth, we can trace this. So the question now is this: are there differences between the transmission of Hafs around the world? Give me 3 differences between the Hafs reading all the way back to the Prophet.
I want to make another point.
No, just this point. So now we're talking about Hafs.
Oh no, because Mansur.
Why do you want to change the subject now?
Let's finish this and move on.
You want to change the subject?
With that point? So he's saying that these various men have learnt all the way, but he can trace it right back to the Prophet, and it's been absolutely exactly the same. Now that's interesting because the Prophet himself forgot the Quran, did he not? Yes. If you look
What's
at
that got to do with the point?
He said, "Oh, that reminds me of a surah that I've forgotten." Okay.
What is the relevance of that to the
This is a
translation?
very weak and childish argument.
No, it's not, because it's just one that you don't want to confront. Because this speaks volumes to me about the reliability of your Prophet.
You're quite
and
keen on his
the
scattergun approach, aren't you?
Seriousness with which he chooses to remember the word of God. For example, here's another example. There were arguments, were there not, between the people who came after the prophets about which verses should be included in the Quran, which some people think that the verses of the Rajam and the verses of the stoning should be included, and some didn't. So there are huge arguments.
Give us.
Name
these people.
Right.
The sum. You said
Then we
sum.
can discuss.
I think, Mansur, you know that it's...
No, name them.
You name them.
discuss.
You name them.
Right,
You are conflating several issues.
Okay, no, I haven't
The
got
point I
other
was
issues.
making
No,
is
but
this.
You're saying that the transmission is absolutely reliable.
Yes.
And I'm saying
I will demonstrate that to you. God willing.
Okay, the transmission is one thing, but your prophet
Not just
himself
half, all the 10.
forgot verses of the Quran. He actually forgot them. Now that's an issue. If this is the word
Why
of
I
God,
say it's a weak argument is this. Perhaps you need to learn.
Why would he forget that?
Lizzie, perhaps you
Why
need to
would he
learn.
do that?
Listen.
Because you know it's in your hadith, so you don't need to
When the
defend it.
Quran says, سَنُقْرِئُكَ فَلَا تَنْسَى إِلَّا مَا شَاءَ اللَّهُ, that Allah may make you forget some things except that He wills. Human beings can forget, but it doesn't mean that He's forgotten that soul. No, He remembers.
One
Wait.
more thing about Muhammad, he forgets the word
Excuse
of
me.
God. He forgets the word of
Excuse
God.
me, listen.
Okay, he's
Excuse
sinful,
me.
and he doesn't know if he's going to paradise. Why are you following this man?
Lizzie,
Does
are you
that
married?
qualify
Are you
for
married?
prophet?
Does this question of your marriage has anything to do with our discussion?
No, but this
No, it
prophet
doesn't.
has everything to do
So
with the
don't
discussion.
bring
Because it's
now
your
about
prophet
prophet's character.
who had one experience, one man's
It would be very
experience
difficult.
in
Lizzie,
Arabia.
I
in the
know
7th
that you have
century,
difficulty.
on which all of your eternity allegedly depends.
Now that
You've got the
we-
wrong
let's go
man.
back to the
Come
topic
to
now.
Jesus.
We want to talk about the transmission of the
Not
Quran,
revelation, transmission.
not the character of the Prophet. So when you say about Prophet forgetting and so on, what you don't realize, what you forget and fund the films and all of your Christian friends is this. The Prophet ﷺ, before he
Why
died,
do you even pray for him? Why do you do that?
that's your...
Why does
Why
he need
is
your
it the
prayers?
subject? Why don't you let him complete his sentences? Why don't you let him complete his sentences?
It is another issue. Why do
Why
you
do you
pray
keep
for
raising
him?
different things?
Why does he need your prayers?
No, she's changing the subject. She's changing the
Every
subject.
time,
Bringing up the subject
Lizzie,
of how you can pray.
Lizzie,
You know, very good propaganda. You do very good propaganda. Did
I
you
can
not please
clearly
learn
see,
this
because
as
you
a
are
technique?
incapable of continuing the discussion at hand, you want to bring everything else on the periphery. No, I'm not going to go there, because
Right.
I am not one of those
She's
people
deliberately
who's going to
diverted.
fall into your trap. Right. So Lizzie, for your learning point,
You guys do these
in the
tricks.
last Ardat al-Akhirah, the last year before the Prophet died, the Quran was read. The Prophet read the Quran to Jibreel alayhi salam not once, twice from beginning to end. So when he read in front of the people from beginning to end, did he forget anything? No, twice in front of the angel of revelation. So now we know that this is a completely read, sealed revelation in front of the companions.
Shortly before he
And
died.
these companions,
Should I write it down?
listen, these companions are the ones who transmitted. So now I'm talking about those transmission. Hafs is a reading, a qira'ah, a transmission of this Quran all the way back to the Prophet. So now let me ask you about Hafs. Then I go to the other 9. Hafs reading that we have, is there or are there differences between the Hafs reading anywhere in planet Earth?
Internally.
Are there? So are the Hafs? So now you can trace the reading of Hafs bin Sulaiman. Yeah, Hafs bin Sulaiman.
What about Warsh though? You're not mentioning
He's coming to you. He's coming to you.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Not
Al-Asadi
just first.
al-Kufi, who learned from Imam Asim ibn Najud, who learned from his teacher, who learned from Ali radiallahu anhu, from Ubay, from Uthman, yeah? So, from Ibn Masud radiallahu anhu. So we have complete chain of transmission. So let me show you the example of Hafs reading
Right.
all the way. No, I want to demonstrate how
No.
He's coming to Warsh.
The thing is,
Have
okay,
patience.
let me say, for the sake of argument, the Hafs, the transmission of Hafs is reliable. It doesn't change the fact that you have Warsh as well.
We will
and you
talk
have
about
these other
Warsh after we
versions.
talk about
And it doesn't change the fact that you have different...
What other versions have we got? Does she know anything other than Hafs and Warsh?
Do you want us to compare?
Brother, one moment.
Between
Now,
the Hafs and the
here's the
Warsh.
so
translation.
now let's go
So
back.
even if Hafs is
Excuse me.
reliable,
Excuse me.
you've still got the issue of the
relax
Warsh.
and listen
Now
to each
relax.
other. So we
The
can learn from
Quran
both.
has been transmitted to us by what we call multiple chains of transmission and multiple Qurra, famous readers. 10 of them are authentic, agreed upon by Muslims around the world.
Let him photograph.
Now these 10, let me tell you who these 10 are, then we can talk about them. Hafs is
But
one
this-
of them.
Okay, this is a good point. Can I just make it? So these 10,
No,
what
I've not
qualifies
finished yet.
you? What qualifies you to
Wait.
be someone who transmits? Well, you know, you have to
Lizzie,
be a man.
Lizzie.
You have to be.
Why is
go
the
back.
subject now to
Let's
gender?
understand this.
Now you're changing the subject to gender.
So actually,
So
So you
have-
jump from subject to subject as a technique, do you?
So
you
we
want to
have
talk about these
Gender,
images?
gender,
Let me
yeah.
tell you this.
Anything but the subject
So
at
you have
hand, right?
Imam Nafi al-Madani, whose reading has been transmitted by 2 of his famous students, Qalun and Warsh. we have even the students of Qalun and Warsh and how they're transmitted. But I'm just focusing on Hafs because that's the prevalent reading around the world today.
But the principle is for all of them. What he's saying, he's talking about all of them with verses and examples.
You're being very don't worry. Lizzie, don't worry. So you have Imam Nafi', Ibn Kathir, Al-Makki, his two students Al-Bazzi and Qumbo, and we have Abu Amr, his students Anduri and Susi. We have Ibn Amir, his students Hisham and Ibn Dhakwan. We have Asim that I talked about, his two students, Hafs and Shu'bah. We have Hamza and Kisai, and they each have the two students. That's the 7. We have also 3 more. Abu Ja'far, Yaqub al-Hadrami and Khalaf. And they also have their famous 2 students from which the Quran came. What you don't know is this. For every reading, say like Imam Nafi'. Did Imam Nafi' read from his own whims and desires? No. He learned from his teacher, Abu Ja'far Yazid bin al-Qaqa, from Ibn Hurmuz al-A'raj, and Shayba bin Mas'ud.
Okay, can I ask
No, I'm not finished. I'm not finished.
He's giving the chain of transmission.
Understand?
No, you
Which is what you're asking about.
They learned.
No, because you make one point that might require 5 hours to answer.
From
That's perfectly reasonable.
Abdullah bin Ayyash, Abu Huraira, Ibn Abbas, Zubayr bin al-Azam, who learned
No,
from
you made a complex point. It requires
Ubay
answer.
bin Ka'ab, who learned from the Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Now, this is the transmission of Nafi'. Warsh and Qalun are his 2 students. We even know, because this is how we've learned. Their students, Abi Nasheed, Al-Halwani, and it continues like this.
So
for
still,
each,
right, can I make a point?
no, I have to make my point first. For every qira'ah, for every imam, that we have, listen,
That's your business.
every imam,
It's just used to
we have a complete transmission.
No. This is about correcting your errors. It's not about debating.
Complete
When somebody has
transmission.
knowledge, they can be debated with.
So when we're talking about, oh, this is Hafs reading, we are absolutely certain that this reading is learnt directly from the
So
Prophet
what you're
all the
saying
way.
is that the
all the way.
Hafs version is reliable, but the Warsh is not? Is that what you're saying?
No. So now for your
Is that what you're
education,
saying?
an
No, he's
education
not
of
saying
fun
that.
films is this. Now,
He mentioned
Warsh, but you are not listening.
Listen.
And also his
Lizzie,
and also there are lots
as
of
I
differences.
said,
There are lots of differences
said the same
between
thing.
the writings of these people.
relax.
I'm very relaxed, thank you.
So I started by Hafs and I give you a reason.
Because we've got Qurans from these
Lizzie,
people.
listen.
We've got Qurans from these people and they have differences. There are differences in them, okay? Why is that so? If these guys are meant to be incredibly
You
reliable,
seem to be
why
very
is that?
reluctant to
Differences have nothing to
understand
do with reliability.
what
You're
we
confusing
believe
two separate
about the
issues.
Quran.
No, because I think
Instead-
you're uncomfortable with the
instead-
differences and you don't
That's
want
your
to.
I
psychological
said
state.
I will talk about the differences in a second.
Why should it be the same?
Patient.
That's just preconception.
As we establish,
Because
there
your
are.
authority is riding on this. That's fine.
Listen, as we establish, the Prophet
No, this is not meant to be.
sallallahu alayhi wa sallam allowed multiple ways, 7 ways of reciting the Quran to his companions, who transmitted to their students, who transmitted to their students, and all the way back to us. So we
So, but
focused
there's still
on.
one Quran.
Listen.
How can there be one Quran,
Yes.
7
Different
different recitations, 7 different meanings? That's what you said. It's not just different dialect,
No.
7 different meanings.
Lizzie,
and yet it's meant
you
to
will
be
learn.
written on one preserved. I think your prophet is very confused
Lizzie,
about what he received.
you will
and it
learn
gets even more
soon
confused
if you
as
let
it
me
gets down
continue.
the lines of transmission. It gets even more confusing.
So,
Okay.
so
Which Quran are you reading when you are trying to study
All right.
to be a
Let
good
me just-
Muslim? This is a good point. When you are learning to be a good Muslim, trying to
I'm just going
memorize
to make
Quran,
one point.
which one are you reading?
I'll tell you.
Which one are you reading?
Very good question.
And
Question
how
number
do you
2.
know? How do
Which
you know
one
it's
do you
the
memorize?
right one? How do you know it's
Yes,
the right
yes,
one?
yes.
I'll just make one
Don't you
quick
want to
point.
be
Let me-
secure in that knowledge?
Mansur, can you answer that question?
Yes.
I'll just make one quick point. One quick point.
This is dependent. Your eternity depends on this book. Not my
Relax. You'll have an education today for fun.
We're not going to learn anything.
Depending on the death and resurrection of Jesus. No, I'm trying to.
But please make a
This
point.
is our
Otherwise, you're going to just hold on.
So my point, one quick point regarding the Quran, what we call the Quran as the authentic Quran is that which we can trace to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Okay, this is the whole point. It is not about whether there are differences or not. Allow me to finish. Allow me to finish this sentence now. Allow me to finish this sentence. We claim that these various readings are all traceable to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that he told us that these are all the Quran. That is why. Wait. Yes, and that is why all of them.
So what was I trying to do?
That's the point he's making.
You know, Lizzie, you need to understand the point we're trying to make. What I was trying to make is this point.
Are traceable to Muhammad.
What I'm trying to make
That's
is
the point.
out of this
So they're all
10
authentic.
readers, right? Readers and the transmitters that I talked about, I said, I'm going to give you an example of Hafs, because that is the prevalent reading.
Okay.
Let me finish.
No, you don't want to talk about water.
Excuse me.
Talk about water.
Lizzie,
You've not talked about water.
this is a problem that you all Christians
He talked about wash, but you are not listening.
He's not talked about water at all. He's not talked about water at all, sir. He's only talked about Hafs. Okay? Do you not think that water is
Lizzie,
transmittable
no,
back to Muhammad?
okay,
Why
listen.
do you only go with Hafs?
Lizzie,
I didn't hear that.
listen.
What did you say?
I said,
I'll put you online. Don't worry. You will
I
see it.
said,
You won't miss it.
all of this 10
Don't worry
qira'ah,
about it.
they are authentically transmitted to us from the Prophet.
All.
Every single of the 10
All 10.
we accept without a shadow of doubt. Each one of them is traced to the
So
Prophet.
they're all authentic.
They're all authentic. I only gave an example of
And they're-
Hafs.
and they're all the one Quran.
And
They're all the one Quran.
I gave you
Sorry.
a tree of what we call isnad. So I want to show to you an example of how we are absolutely certain for each qira'ah. I'm going to focus on all 10 if you wish, but you don't have time because you can't really be silent for a while. Listen.
Between the Hafs and the wash.
Excuse
You're
me.
going off into
Listen.
a huge tangent here.
I
because you're
am
uncomfortable with the
proving to
differences
you.
between the Hafs and the wash. They're
listen,
there.
you know,
Because they are not relevant.
He just did.
Subhanallah, listen. I am now refuting your assertion
How exactly?
is that
Because
the
you're all
Quran
authentic.
is corrupted and not preserved. What I am demonstrating to you right now
It is
is this.
not preserved.
Listen.
You have 26
How can I
different versions to
point
date,
to you
all
if
with
you don't let me
different
make my
differences
point?
Okay, do you want to
in
know?
meaning.
Lizzie,
Consonantal
do you wanna know?
differences, not
Lizzie,
just vowelizations
I know you're
that
suffering from some kind of
change.
phobia,
No,
right?
you-
It's a phobia. Because you're not allowing me to make my point. What I'm saying is this.
Now he's
Every
attacking me personally.
single,
Yes, he is. Because
every
this is what exactly
10,
you're doing.
I never attack him personally.
all
Just
the
to say
10, listen, all the
I
10
wish him the very
readings.
best in his life.
Listen,
Can't do that.
Lizzie,
You don't get it.
all the 10
edit that part.
we have chains
That's a
of
standard
transmission,
Christian
right?
technique.
So if you wish, I can talk about wash. Now, what is wash? The reading of wash.
Yeah,
go
let's
back.
talk about the differences.
No. Let's talk about wash first, because you want to talk
Yeah,
about
we need to
differences.
talk about the differences between Hafs and
No, we
wash.
need to know whether we need to talk about whether Warsh is authentic or
I
not.
get-
You're gonna end up
let's-
leaving.
you know, let's-
Listen.
Go ahead, listen. One time. I think it's my turn to say
Excuse me.
that.
No. I am refuting your assertion that the Quran is not preserved. It will take a little bit of time. So if you're not willing to know how the Quran is
Interesting.
preserved,
Yeah, when we started this discussion, he said, "Oh, we never say that the Quran hasn't been changed," and now he's trying to say it's perfectly preserved. I don't get where you're coming from.
perhaps you need to learn.
Okay.
Listen and learn.
I think he needs
So
to be
now,
consistent. It's not about me learning.
No.
things.
No.
You
We
need
need to understand the point separately.
understand. Maybe perhaps some comprehension
No,
issues.
that's the point.
But
I mean,
here it
that's
is.
the point.
Here it is.
Let's get to the point. And
The
differences
point is
between
this.
the Hafs and
The
wash.
point
And I
is
have
this.
some examples here. I'd like to know your response.
Listen. Each of these 10 readings have been authentically transmitted. We can show you the transmission chain
For Warsh.
all the way.
But why?
You are
Just because
still
you know somebody's
interrupting.
name,
You're interrupting.
does that make them authentic?
You can continue.
Why does that
No, I
make them
cannot
authentic?
That is the only test of authenticity.
Name them.
Listen,
no.
Why does it make them authentic?
Because
What
it's
is it
this.
about them that makes
The
them
Quran-
authentic?
the
And the
Quran
fact is it's
to
all
us-
done by mouth. That surely is less
It is
reliable
not
than
by
writing
mouth
it down.
only. What you don't understand is this. That's why we ask you to go and learn. How many times am I going to tell you? Learn. And you cannot learn unless you just talk.
Okay, I know. Again,
So,
again, he's
Imam
making kind of
Nafi.
personal statements because he's
no,
confronted
your level of
by
ignorance is
Muslims
very-
that's making him
Imam Nafi, from which the reading of Warsh came, right? Watch Imam Warsh.
Can we talk about the differences? I've been
Excuse
asking
me.
this for a long time.
Lizzie.
It's like you don't
Lizzie.
really want to
Lizzie.
talk about this.
Lizzie.
Okay, if you don't want to
You
talk
are
about
not
this,
willing to
that's
learn.
fine. That's fine.
Lizzie.
But it's still something that you need to confront.
Lizzie, listen. How many times am I going to tell you? I will talk about every single
Muslims
difference that you
confronted
have, and perhaps more. If you so
1200
wish,
years ago.
because you don't know all of
It's
them.
all
do
been
you?
examined at
Brother,
least
one second.
1200 years
Do you know
ago.
all of the differences?
No, not all of them.
Exactly, you don't know.
I have some here written down.
You've only got some.
I'm going to give you a few examples. I'd like to know your response to
Right. So what I'm asking you to be patient and understand that this Warsh reading is not something that has been made up. This reading of Warsh has been from his teacher Imam Nafi, who learned from his teachers.
And how do we know that that teacher was right? How do we know the teacher before
Because they've got
him
lots
was
of
right?
testimonies.
How do we know
It's
that the
fair,
teacher
it's
before
fair.
him
You
was
asked him-
right?
you asked him to explain
So
to
you're
you
putting
more,
a
so
lot
he's
of trust in
explaining.
people who didn't write it down. Why didn't they write it down?
it was written down.
And yes, it was. It was
Listen,
So
it would be very difficult. In fact, maybe I talk to your boss, Jay Smith, there. Shall I?
okay, go for
Okay, let's go onto the ladder. Because you're so difficult to speak to,
it's all right, all right.
right? Because if you're willing to learn, perhaps I can
No,
talk to the
listen,
subject.
but he's trying to explain to you
Because you feel
I'm
a
asking you
phobia.
about- no, I'm
The
not
phobia is
phobic
this.
about anything.
I am trying to establish point number two is this. The Quran has been preserved even with these 10 readings. Every single reading.
Can we talk about the differences? It's tiring that you
Listen,
don't...
listen.
I'm just going to bring
The
it
difference,
up. I'm gonna bring it up.
the difference, we will talk. But I want you to understand why the difference is.
Have you got any patience?
Right.
You have.
The Prophet allowed Umar bin al-Khattab and Hisham bin Hakim to recite Surah Al-Furqan differently. You know our tradition, right? You've learned that, at least this tradition. You know about it, it's in your fund of films.
Yes, I understand.
Good,
the tradition,
good.
But I still don't,
Now-
you haven't answered my question.
Hang on.
But that's theologically
I need to-
problematic.
excuse
That there
me.
are these different
That's
verses
problematic
of
for you, not for
Listen.
us.
You know, and
It's not a
why
problem for
Lizzie,
us.
Lizzie.
trust someone that says, oh yeah, there are these two
Lizzie,
different
you
verses,
are
don't
not
worry about it.
able to continue the discussion, are you? What I am establishing is
You
this.
can't really answer the theological problem behind it.
Lizzie, we
don't
will
want
go
to
through this.
answer.
We will go through. I want you to learn one thing.
There is no theological.
Because the Prophet allowed
I'm so glad you're interested in
Because the Prophet allowed companions to recite differently, they transmitted what they learned from the Prophet. This transmission comes to Imam Warsh and to Imam
Even the Prophet
Qalun.
doesn't learn it properly.
Excuse me,
perfectly.
listen.
How do you even trust that he got it right when he himself
Listen.
admits that some bits were forgotten,
Lizzie,
that
you're-
some bits were cancelled?
you're talking about this
that
again.
Some bits that he gets the word and it's abrogated.
And what was my response to that?
Why is he?
What was
why-
my response
what
to
is
that?
Why is he trustworthy?
You're going back again.
Why is he trustworthy?
What was my response to this? What was my response?
He's already responded.
You went back to the chain of progression,
No.
which is
I
things
said-
like minutiae.
I
It's like
said-
you're trying to escape into minutiae.
No,
rather than
I
deal
said, so
with
you
the
have a
fundamental
memory problem yourself. I said earlier on in response to your so-called objections.
Not doing very well.
Okay, what was my response then? If your memory is good, go and tell us.
I don't really want to talk about my memory.
No,
What I want to talk
important,
about, I've been
because
asking
we are
you
talking about
lots
an
of
oral
times
culture
now
who translated the
to talk about- okay, right,
Quran,
let's-
not only in writing but in memory. So now tell me,
I'm gonna
what
make
was my
mention these
response?
differences.
Lizzie, what was my response when you said, oh, the Prophet forgot? What was my response?
Oh, that he did the sermon where it was apparently complete. He spoke out the whole thing, he recited the whole thing in complete form, correct?
Right. I said, in his last...
I was listening.
Yeah, but you haven't fully grasped what I said then. What did I say? I
Isn't
said...
that? But then how can you say it was perfectly complete
Listen.
when he, the Prophet himself, says to his companions that he's forgotten some of it? I don't
When
understand
did
how
he
you
say,
can hold those two things
okay,
together.
Lizzie, let's settle this matter. When did he say he's forgotten something? At the last year before he died or earlier?
Okay, so you're trying to say that this was just before he died, that he did the complete sermon?
Yes. Before he died, he recited the whole Quran from beginning to end twice with Angel Gabriel. Yeah, twice. So the companions know exactly what was the last reading of the Quran. These companions were
And
taught...
none of the companions piped up and said, what about this bit that you said that you forgot?
No.
At the
You can't make
time,
these stamps.
but
There
they
were-
do- yeah, but they
there
do
were
know.
thousands,
Yeah, but
tens of
in
thousands.
the
So
traditions,
now-
that's
And there were
what
tens
they
of
do.
thousands.
In the traditions. I
So
wonder
now
if
as you've
that
learned,
version-
There were tens of thousands of
the
companions.
Quran, they've learned the Quran recited twice by the Prophet before his death.
So he got like the
And,
definitive version.
and you've also learned that the Prophet allowed different companions to recite even the same chapter, even they were from the same tribe, differently. So when these.
Can I just do some dates? So 570, Prophet's born in 570. 632, he dies in 632, right? Okay, when's his last sermon?
631-ish.
631-ish? Okay, and when does he get his revelations?
What revelation?
Between 6,
The Quran.
the whole of the Quran.
Well, he gets some,
was the age of 40.
In Mecca he gets some, doesn't he? In Medina
When he was at the
he
age
gets
of
some.
40.
610, from 610, from 610
Is that the Mecca or the Medina?
well, in 610 he was in Mecca.
He was in Mecca, okay, so
But
when did he
then-
get the Medina?
613, 622.
622? Okay, and he dies in 632?
Yep.
Okay, so he gets his final revelation 622, and he died, and
No,
the
no,
last sermon
final-
is like 631.
He didn't get his final revelation. This is where you're getting it wrong.
Okay.
The Quran is continuously being revealed. Continuously.
Ah, is it?
Listen.
Throughout that period, yes.
For over the period of.
Just to the Prophet? Or to
Now
other
I
people?
realize why you call it a
And
new
the-
discovery and
every-
new research. Because
So-
your
The Quran
ignorance
is
of our
being
basic
You just said the Quran is being
knowledge of the
continuously
Quran.
revealed.
Muhammad,
Yes,
to
the
Muhammad.
Quran was continuously
At that time,
revealed
Muhammad.
to the Prophet for over the period of 23 years.
This is well known, there's nothing new here.
This is well known.
And you
I'm
don't
not
know
surprised
this.
that you don't know, because
Wow.
that's the state of the fund of films.
Your level of
It's a new discovery.
knowledge is quite-
Maybe you should say that, I've learned new research. 23
Surprising.
years Prophet received the Quran. Unfortunately to you maybe, but not to us. So,
But
as
what
the
he
Quran
gives
was,
in his
let me
sermon,
wrap
he
this
gives
up.
his own completed version. He doesn't take into account that some of it he's forgotten, because that's in the Hadith. Some of it's been cancelled. He gets
you're
verses that are
absolutely-
abrogated.
listen.
Some of it's even eaten by sheep, right?
Lizzie.
And yet he
Listen.
decides before he dies that this must be the complete version.
yes.
I would say that he's still not very reliable.
Lizzie.
If he's just deciding, okay, this is the final version.
Just one minute. Now, whatever the Prophet gives us, we take the Quran from him. We don't take the Quran from Lizzie or from the films. We're very, very ignorant
Why
about it.
do you take it
Listen,
from Muhammad?
listen.
What is it
We-
about Muhammad that is so trustworthy?
we are talking about the
Nothing.
reliability of the
First of all,
transmission of
show
the
me
Quran,
that
not
he's
the
a
trustworthy
man,
of
that he
Muhammad.
trusts
Now,
man.
now what you're doing is this. You are now diverting the subject to the
Yeah,
trustworthiness
that's
of the
right. Let's
Prophet.
go back to the Hafs and the Wash.
Right.
Tell me the difference
So,
between the
as I said, as those companions recited or learned from the Prophet to recite in different modes, some from ahruf. The Arabic word is ahruf. We can tell you what these differences are. From this, they taught their students, the tabi'in, and their students, and all the way to the reciters, the 10 reciters that we mentioned, right? These recitations of the 10 imams are all authentic. They're
How
all
do you know that?
because
Because of the change of transmission.
Because they're Muslims, because they're pious Muslims, and that's enough.
Because there were lots of
Is really
witnesses.
that enough?
Much better than the Bible.
Now,
Much,
zoom into
much,
this picture.
about 10,000 times better than
Brother,
the Bible.
No, because
This-
the Bible
this
has
is-
embarrassing
Now,
stories
I
in
want
it.
you to
Why
zoom in
would
in
people
this chart.
do that?
Lizzie.
Because it's more historical, it makes
Lizzie.
it more authentic.
Listen, do you see this chart? This is a chart of the transmission of Hafs reading from his student.
Is this right that you don't like Porsche? He's going back to that.
No.
Because he has Lizzie, nobody's rejecting words.
Do you not consider
Lizzie, stop making excuses and accepting facts.
The same
Why do you
principle,
keep going to the house?
the same.
Lizzie, stop making excuses, please.
The same principle that
Can I tell you already?
Here's the evidence,
Okay,
accept
what
it.
was my answer about why I chose Hafs?
Because it went right back to Muhammad?
No. Because it's the most popular one. It's the most popular.
Because it was the most prevalent reading in the world,
Okay.
right?
Just because
So what
something's
I-
popular doesn't
No,
make it the
it's
right
a good
word.
What I'm
example.
establishing
No, it's not.
is this.
But the same principles exactly
if I
apply
were
to all
to
of
take
them.
the readings of Yaqub, for example, or Hamza or Kisai, we can do the same thing. Charts.
Right.
And I have
Have you heard that?
charts.
This is the third
I
time
have-
you're hearing
I have
this.
charts.
The
for
same
many
principle
of them.
applies to all of
Look,
them.
Yeah, you can
what
show
I am.
You're not getting my point. Is that you can show
Lizzie,
me all the charts.
you're not
Yeah,
getting my
yeah.
point. My point is this.
Yeah, Lizzie,
How we can be absolutely
And how can you
certain.
tell me, how can you tell me this? This is absolutely reliable. Each of these people are absolutely
Lizzie,
reliable.
you're just looking at
Because
excuses
it's
not to
the right
believe.
message.
Because it has
When,
been researched.
At the end of it, you
The
get
biography of those
26
people have been
different
researched.
Qurans. How can you say, oh,
That statement
one's
is
reliable,
false.
That one's reliable.
That there's 26
Okay, you
Qurans.
don't- Okay, let's talk
Now-
about the differences.
Liz, don't jump, don't jump, don't
Lizzie,
jump.
Lizzie.
You're running away from the evidence.
You're running away from this.
You're running away from the evidence.
God willing,
I've asked
I
you
will talk
probably
about the differences.
10 times between the differences between the
Lizzie.
Hafs and Wash, and you've still not gone there. I'm tired. Can
Lizzie.
Let's just do this. Let's,
Lizzie.
okay, I'll give you some examples.
No, Liz,
Liz,
don't try it. Liz, you're here to jump to conclusions. Liz, look at the evidence.
Ali,
We're all
brother, one
reciting the same thing. We're all learning the same thing.
Sorry?
This is
Okay.
simply
Okay, give me
not
one
true.
example.
Okay.
One example.
Okay, so here we go. Surah
Just one
2.
example.
Yeah, Surah 2, Ayah 10. In the Hafs it's they lie. In the war
Give
ships,
me the Arabic one.
they were lied to. No, I'm
Give me
not
the
going to
Arabic
give you the lie. No, no.
Because the Quran was not revealed in English. It's there in
You're running away.
No,
No,
no.
no.
Running
It's
away.
there
You're
on your chart.
You have to see the Arabic to see what it means.
Tell me the Arabic.
Behind the Arabic.
Because tell me the Arabic.
You know I don't read Arabic.
Sorry?
But this is the meaning.
It's there.
The point is
Here,
the
here.
meaning.
It's there.
Right?
Oh, you haven't got it there. Okay.
Okay,
Now,
let's see if I can.
now, okay. Do you have one example of Arabic?
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
So,
She hasn't even ready herself.
okay. Surah 3, ayah 146, Hafs is fought. There you go. There is the Arabic.
قاتل and قتل.
There is the Arabic. Okay. Vizwash and Al-Bazi were killed. Were killed.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Do you see a difference? I'm going to just have to trust you on that.
Wait a second. So what's your question on this one?
So there's a difference, is there not, in meaning between the they fought and were killed? That is a very significant difference in meaning. So which
Since
is
when?
right?
Since-
But hang on, your prophet
Oh, you haven't
says
finished your
that
question.
7 recitations are allowed, it doesn't matter which. He's allowing a very significant difference in meaning to exist at the same time. Your prophet is
What
very
is the significant difference here?
Lizzie, now that's why I wanted to go with you
So
step
what do
by
you say
step.
about those differences? Which version is correct? Is it
are
were
not-
fought? Is it killed? Which
Listen,
one?
listen. For your information, maybe for the third time, every single reading that we talked about of these 10 imams, they are authentically transmitted from the Prophet. They are all acceptable as Quran.
Okay, so they-
Hang on, let me spell
but
it out
they
for you.
mean
Let me
different
spell it out for you.